Will Murderbot and Mensah survive the explosive? The M&M Alliance exchanges theories regarding the who, what, and how of what they've stumbled into while in flight. There are too many possibilities and not enough details to focus on the who component, especially in light of humanity's enduring greed. In regards to the how, they both concur, Mensah with growing dread, that the killers exploited DeltFall's kindness by posing as the PreservationAux team. Their uncensored talk, despite its grim content, makes Murderbot consider what it would be like to have a genuine conversation for the first time. Its eyes occasionally seek Mensah out before flitting off, and its voice is more inquisitive than disgusted. Even while it's good that it can do more than just provide information and take orders, Murderbot nevertheless resists the need to reveal its true feelings. Murderbot attempts to launch from a distance after they are within flying distance of the beacon. They guide the hopper closer as they get ready to land if that doesn't work either. Murderbot's emergency sensors sense impending danger the instant Mensah brings up the event with Gurathan, presumably in an attempt to calm Murderbot down and ensure her friend's safety. When Mensah tries to turn back, the beacon explodes and the hopper is engulfed in flames since she is not quick enough. Murderbot's main character, Alexander Skarsgård, is still alive and well, sort of, despite its admirable goals. Perhaps, alive and unwell, would be more appropriate around the time of Paul and Chris Weitz's writing and directing of Rogue War Tracker Infinite, Episode 5. As Murderbot, whose programming had been tainted by a combat override module, attempted to martyr itself rather than be brainwashed into killing its innocent clients, last week's episode concluded in a very dramatic manner. The strategy was successful, but because Murderbot survived, a secret it had been keeping is now public knowledge. Overall, fresh emotional issues are introduced at the midway point of the season. Ideally, the season, we're waiting and hoping for a renewal announcement, Apple TV+, that either strengthen or strain the relationships that have already been. Rogue War Tracker Infinite begins with the sounds of the Preservation Alliance team painstakingly tending to Murderbot's wounds as it fades in and out of consciousness. Fortunately for all of them, Bharadwaj, Tamara Podemsky, notices and removes the wires that the battle override module had implanted as part of that frantic tending. In order to cover their bases, she restarts Murderbot in the hopes that the faulty programming will be removed. She also makes excellent use of Gurathan's, David Dastmalchian, augments, who is on watch duty and keeps an eye on Murderbot's system for any lingering bad code strains. Murderbot Season 1 Episode 6 Trailer, a major setback. The first thing to keep in mind as we prepare to watch Murderbot Season 1 Episode 6 on Apple TV+ next week is really straightforward. We are currently halfway through the season. We generally believe that there will be a lot of activity from this point on. However, is there a possibility that we might possibly receive some answers in addition to this? While there are many aspects of SEC Unit and its journey that we find enjoyable, we are still interested in learning more about the team's true opponents. Although it appears that the gang is stuck, who is to blame? What's the matter with Lee BB? At this point, it truly seems as though comprehending this individual may hold the secret to what is truly happening. As of right now, we know that she was the only person who survived the previous camp, and it should raise red flags whenever you encounter someone in this predicament. What happened with that kissing attempt on SEC Unit 2? It hadn't really done anything that qualified as flirting. Naturally, we also have a tendency to believe that there is a bit more humor when we are receiving some replies about the story. In all the right ways, the show remains entertaining and meta. We also like to believe that this is significant because it seems like Alexander Skarsgård is having a great time. Murderbot, the new sci-fi comedy on Apple TV+, debuted on May 16, 2025. It centers on a private security cyborg that is irritated by people but also frequently assists them in missions that could endanger their lives. With 5 episodes broadcast thus far, the show, which is based on Martha Wells's book All Systems Red, Book 1 of her The Murderbot Diaries, has already won over many fans. Command Feed, the 6th episode of Murderbot, will premiere on June 13, 2025, at 12:01 a.m. Pacific Time and 3:01 a.m. Eastern Time. Apple TV Plus will be the only place to watch the science fiction series.